We are at 9 minutes and 20 seconds.
You have the overhead on?
You mean the scroll?
No? The overhead camera.
I do not.
Why not?
On the countdown. Because that's what we usually do.
Thought the countdown's in the middle of the overhead camera.
No. We have a flag in the countdown. I come out to the wide shot of the overhead. Which is what I'll do.
Ooh. My new massager. Massager, brownies.
Yeah, what did that said, that thing you got out, it said no flavor. I was like, okay, that's not a selling point.
It's not no flavor.
That says no flavor.
They're chocolate. Dark chocolate brownie mix.
But what's it say? It says no flavoring or something, doesn't it? What's it say?
No extra flavorings,
No,
I guess.
no extra flavor.
Just says no flavorings, no extracts, no cane sugar.
You're gonna talk about that too?
Maybe.
up.
The Break Beach Bar, in conjunction with Tell Staffing and HR, bring you Play Harder Radio, the Gulf Coast premier sports and BS talk show. Things that matter in the world of sports, and things that don't matter to anyone. It's just Vaj's opinion. Where the F-bomb is allowed, but frowned upon. This is Play Harder Radio. And now, your hosts, Chad Colquitt and James Grant. All right, welcome back. It has to get fixed. I can't hear that. All right, welcome back. It has to get fixed. I can't hear that. How we doing?
I've got you open and I've got me open. I hear you. You can't hear yourself?
I don't hear you through the headphones. And I can't be hearing that feedback. It's over there.
No, it was over here on this and I turned it off.
I can't be hearing that.
But it's something that's over there now.
It's over there. This is... Okay. See if we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Nope.
Test. Oh, well, I had my thing muted, but that's... but I can...
All right.
But I was hearing something over there. What was that?
All right. We're back. Another episode.
Well, nobody's on right now, so...
well, it's going to be... It can be listened to.
I know, but I'm just... Was that your phone that was on?
Just now it was. I turned it down before.
Okay.
It was that. It was going off of that speaker is what it was, I guess.
Okay. Well, I killed the speaker whenever
So it was
I heard
me.
it coming out. So.
And somebody
And it
is
was
on.
me.
Carmen's
it was,
on.
It was both of us. It was me too.
Carmen's on. Hi, Carmen.
Carmen. Where's she
All
at?
right. Welcome back to the final pre-PatriotTV.live episode of Play Harder Radio. Hope everybody's having a good week.
I like your guest.
Our guest,
Your flag.
my flag, yeah. As usual, the flag, the tattered flag with the Second Amendment cut in to the white, to the stripes. I love it. We'll have an actual guest next week in that chair,
Awesome.
which we will talk about at the end. That will be it. So we'll debut on we're going to debut next week on PatriotTV.live. It's a new platform owned by Sean George, Beard Vet, and you need to go to beardvetcoffee.com. I hope I got that right. You think I would? beardvetcoffee.com.
I can look it up if you want.
I believe I did. You can put it up there on the screen
Okay.
if you find it. So, how's your week been?
It's been great. I'm glad today's a Thursday.
You know, last or just before we were going on the air, you were talking about retiring and how you didn't know how you were going to retire or whatever. And,
Right.
you know, and your negativity and your lack of confidence in this show is
Well,
been disturbing to me.
the way the show started out today was disturbing to me, but
It should have been.
but
And
we
it
got
turns out it was all me.
We got it all fixed. It's okay.
Oh, man. I had what happened was I had a Bluetooth speaker going on my phone that was playing some Nikolai Tesla 369 hertz. I forget what, sub-bass healing.
Okay.
music.
I was digging it earlier.
I know,
I was digging it.
it was soothing.
I like just Tesla modern day cowboy better though. Do you
Tesla's, that was 40 years ago.
40? Come on now. I saw them in concert too. They were good.
40 years ago.
That wasn't 40. I'm not don't be calling me out to be that old. But anyway,
They were a hair band of the 80s.
Little Susie.
Yeah.
was
I
good.
like Tesla too.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. This is, you're going to be surprised. Since you were being so negative,
Okay.
I'm going to start out with the Bible verse tonight.
I appreciate that. I do.
Everybody knows Matthew. Well, they don't maybe not know Matthew 7:7, what 7:7 is, but it's everybody knows whether they even went to church or not ever as kids or are spiritual, biblical Christians, whatever.
Right.
Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you. Everybody knows that one, but nobody knows number 8.
Okay. Keep going.
I don't think. For everyone who asks receives, the one who seeks finds, and the one who knocks, and to the one who knocks, the door will be open.
Be open up to you.
So
Yeah.
you gotta, and what made me think of this tonight is we were talking about guests for the future, right?
Right.
And we were talking about Mark Robinson, who we had a couple of clips from Lieutenant Governor of North Carolina, which we'll get to shortly, but we were talking about getting him on as guests. And my friend Chris Trainer, may he rest in peace, quite a few years ago, about, I guess, 6 years. Wow. 6 years ago now, I think. He passed. We were the same age. He was 56. But he used to famously say, at least in our circle, you have to ASK to GET.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
Do
that's
you get
true.
that? You know what ASK spells?
I do. Hey, now I work in the educational system, so yeah.
You do, don't you?
Yeah.
But so next week, July 1st, it's the debut of PatriotTV.live, the
Heck yeah.
platform, and we're going to be on at 7 o'clock on the debut day.
That's awesome.
And I'm going to get into his, at the end, I'll talk about his credentials, but my guest next week is going to be Colonel Chris Caveman Holsworth, who lives right here in Pensacola, and we're going to talk about what he and TEL Staffing and HR have got going on together as far as his 38th annual Marine Corps League 5K run for the kids.
That's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
So, and I'll tell you what, well, we'll talk about it at the end, but this guy brings the energy. I
He's
love
the real
him.
thing.
I remember the first time I met him at Village Inn about 4 years ago, I think it was. He's a character. He's a character.
Awesome. Awesome.
I got a pet peeve.
I'm sure I hit all of them. But anyway, go ahead.
Man. Have you ever had Lara bars?
I have had them before.
They're really good. They're all natural.
Yeah, I like them.
And my favorite is cashew cookie.
Okay.
Only 2 ingredients: cashews and dates.
Don't they have like an apple pie or something?
They got all kind. They got like 60 flavors
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
But General Mills bought them out. A woman by the name of Laura, last name begins with an M, I don't remember, from Colorado, started the company out in Colorado. General Mills bought them out. But I buy them at Walmart. They were 5 in a box for $3.87.
Okay. Yeah.
And they've been out of them for a few weeks. And they finally came back in stock. Somebody said, I saw something about they're going to be 6 in a box, or maybe they were rebranding them or whatever. One of the ladies said, but she goes, they're going to redo this whole section when I was in there last week. But
Right.
I stopped in there this week. They're in there. They have them available. And so instead of $3.87 for 5, they're now $5.88 for 6.
Everything's gone up and gotten smaller.
And so I was thinking about that, right? I was like, gas has gone up like, 50%. If you think about it being at $2, it's up to $3, so it's gone up 50%.
Right.
But, lumber's gone up, steel's gone up, everything. I'm like, okay, so everything's been going up. Well, we can talk about why. We can talk about the idiot that, or what's causing it.
Well, part of it's the dollar is just being destroyed, but
Yeah, but it's being destroyed by a certain group of people.
Oh, sure.
Anyway, I'm like, okay, well, they were 77 cents each, now they're 98. Okay, whatever. They went up 30%. So I open the box, pull it out, and I'm like, it's smaller too.
okay. You probably don't remember what the ounces were before, do you?
I guess because I'm an ass, but because they were 48 grams, now they're 42 grams.
Oh, okay.
12.5%.
Well, General Mills doesn't. Laura might have cared what you.
Yeah,
thought.
General
General
Mills
Mills doesn't care what you think.
pisses me off.
Yeah. Everything's like that. I mean, I went in the other
But
day.
you know what?
I used to be all excited
I
about.
made a money because
Yeah.
Matthew 7 and 8.
Oh, okay. It's
You have to ASK to GET. I don't know if Beard Vet is listening. It doesn't look like he is, Sean. But I might do that as a tribute to the Train Man. Make that because I think I was going to use the tagline when I first got on the radio, on the ticket, 97.2, something like that. I don't remember. 5 years ago or something like that. 4 years ago.
okay.
We had a show. It was called Work Hard, Play Harder. So we were going to use that as the tagline, as kind of our tagline for Play Harder Radio.
Okay.
Work hard, play harder. I might do it in memory of Chris and say, you have to ASK to GET.
Well, I mean, I tie it to the Bible verse whenever you say it, though.
That's too long to put on a shirt. We're gonna have T-shirts. Did you know that?
Yeah, you had mentioned something.
Looks
about
like
that.
we're gonna do a little small logo on the chest and a big logo on the back, and I don't have it on this, and the flag on the sleeve.
Okay. That would look nice.
They're gonna be sweet. All the colors are gonna be available. That logo you helped design, that you designed?
Oh yeah, with the flag. Yeah.
The logo that you made my vision come to life
Using the flag. Yeah.
using the flag, that's going to be the big one on the back.
Awesome.
I think it's going to be spectacular.
Did I send that?
I think it's
to
going to
you?
be cool.
Did I send that to you in a higher quality or what?
Anyway, they have what they need.
Okay.
I like the GIF.
Yeah, that was cute.
It's cool. I don't like the word cute, unless it's for kids
Or dogs,
or dogs,
puppies. Yeah.
kittens.
I'm not a kitten cat person.
Did you see the? Well, we'll get to that, I guess. Last weekend, I went to the Health and Freedom Conference in Tampa, Florida, that Clay Clark puts on.
You mentioned something about
He
that.
has the number one. You need to start listening to this. Everybody out there needs to start listening to this if you have any business interests or whatever.
Okay.
He's a award-winning business coach, and built the largest, like a national scale DJ business.
Oh, really?
Do you know what they get for DJing? Do you know what DJs get for weddings and stuff?
I mean, it's not bad, I guess.
Yeah. Well, how much? Guess how much for a wedding?
I'd say depending on if they're bringing gear or if they're just
They're bringing
hosting
gear. They're bringing it all.
the lights and sound. I'd say they can make between 5 and 1,200.
Yeah, they can. They can make between 5 and 1,200. My son, when he asked online on Facebook, "Hey, I need a DJ in the Baltimore area," and immediately Jeff Landau, one of my friends there, said, Jeff Langston, Langley, Jeff Langston, Jeff Langley.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, Jeff. And Brent Sale said the same thing. And I said to Jared, I go, yeah, Jared, legit. Jeff's the guy. Get Jeff. And he's cutting him a deal. He's giving him a good deal.
How much?
2,400.
Oh, wow. Really?
The other quote.
Now, if you're a big DJ,
The other quote.
yeah.
3,200.
Well, see, you might be talking about DJ like I'm DJing at a club and I'm bringing my fan base in. That's different than just I'm doing your wedding and I have no name. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not necessarily talking. No, this isn't like DJ. I don't even know that. I can't even remember the name of any DJ.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, there's some.
You know, that have their, like we were talking about doctors and all those people that preface their name with their profession.
I don't know that DJs do. Well, I guess some
Yeah,
of
they
them
do. DJ.
But that's more of like a hip hop kind of
DJ Raza Ghul.
Right. Yeah. And those are kind of like entertainer artists. So in those instances, I can see where they get, because they're directly involved in. If you have that DJ, then you get more ticket sales. It's
Right.
like having an artist performing at your.
Yeah, well, this isn't. These aren't those kind of guys. These are just guys that do weddings and
Oh,
stuff.
well, then they don't. I don't necessarily think they should be getting that kind of money.
Well, they got a lot of money and equipment. Well, and it doesn't matter what you think they should get.
No, it doesn't matter.
Evidently, supply and demand says that they will get it.
I learned a long time ago it doesn't matter what I think. I've been married, so.
No, and no more is that confirmed than when you have to deal with me every Thursday.
That's true too. That's true too. Is your brother on, by the way? He's usually supportive of me.
Is he on?
I don't know.
He tells. Yeah, he's like, don't be a dick.
Yeah.
So I went to to the Health and Freedom Conference in Tampa. It was held at the River Church, and
Oh, I had to take a screenshot of that.
General Flynn was there.
Uh-huh.
Mike Lindell was there.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Dr. Judy Mikovits was there, who, if you've ever, you should, by the way, Fight Like a Flynn. Flynn was cool. Lindell was really good. Mikovits and Dr. Sherry Tenpenny have a lot to say that everybody should check out, in my opinion.
Here, I got it.
Mikovits used to work for the CDC.
The CDC. Oh, okay. Well, he's one that.
She,
Oh, she.
Judy.
There's one just recently.
How many guys do you know named Judy?
I was half listening to you. So,
like a lot of my audience.
well, I just sent you a screenshot that is funny. I gotta keep that.
I'm trying to see if anybody wants to chat with me on the chat, but nobody does. It doesn't look like. Nobody does. It doesn't look like. There are no takers.
No takers.
But it was
we
really
can
good.
just talk
You know who was
amongst
there? Sam Sorbo, Kevin Sorbo's wife. She spoke. Lee Dundas. Do you know who Lee Dundas is?
Have no idea.
She is an attorney out of California,
Okay.
out of Orange County.
Hard place to live.
And I would have her, I'd have her take on the Hulk for me.
Was she? Because
What
she
happened
was
out in Orange County
a good
is
lawyer,
what?
Or
She's
because
a
she's a good lawyer or a weightlifter.
she's an attorney, but I'd still have her take on the Hulk.
Oh, okay.
She's savage. They were trying to I don't want to say pass legislation, but the school board was trying to pass rules where they could give kids vaccinations without their parents
I remember hearing about this. Yeah.
parents' approval.
I heard this lady speak at the school board meeting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blonde hair, glasses.
Well, I
spoke really
heard-
fast because she had to get it all in a certain amount of time.
I heard it. I did not see her, so I don't know what she looked like.
Savage. She is. Oh man.
She's cute.
Irrelevant. No.
Well,
irrelevant. Stupid question.
It's
Me too.
Huh? Okay.
No Me Too moments.
Okay. Not me too, as in you.
You know what? You're going down the wrong road. Ian Smith.
Ian.
Ian Smith.
Okay.
He is the gym owner in New Jersey that refused to close.
Close, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Remember him? I got his T-shirt.
Okay.
They're all there
Of
selling
the gym?
T-shirts, like
of the gym.
What's that? Yeah, he's the owner of the gym.
But I'm saying that's what the T-shirt was. A T-shirt
It says
from the gym?
everybody. It says Balmar. I can't remember how do you say the city. Balmar for everybody.
Oh, see, I would want his gym shirt.
It's on the back, yo. Can you
Oh,
just
okay.
hang on a second?
Okay, I'm just.
And it says "We the People." So it's Attilis Gym on the back, and then
Okay.
it's got the "We the People" thing below it.
Okay.
Super cool.
Cool. And you got one.
I got one of those
Okay. Good.
in military green. I like that color in T-shirts. I wonder if we have that color.
I'm sure we could. Military green. Okay.
I would do that shirt with just a black Play Harder Radio logo. Play Harder Radio logo.
Just the black, but not my pretty.
I don't think I'd put the red, white, and blue on the green.
No, it probably wouldn't go well.
You know what I mean? The only thing is I'm trying to figure out how we're going to do when you do a white T-shirt, how are you going to do the white?
See, I like a lighter gray, like a light gray.
Ooh, that could
before a
be,
white.
that would be good.
I like
gray.
light gray. I
Good.
like light gray better than white. White stains.
Well, I know that, but I want a white one
it never stays white.
with a red chest and flag and the red, white, and blue on the back.
light gray.
Patrick Byrne was there. He's the former CEO of Overstock.com.
Okay.
He was good. He was a good speaker. Mike Miller was there, our buddy from Warriors for Ranchers.
Awesome.
He was getting stalked by CNN. It was really weird.
CNN was there,
No, not
like harassing people.
not up front there, lurking under the shadows and covertly there,
Like trying to be a.
trying to subvert some of the stuff he has going on down at the border.
What's the?
There's some.
the, like,
Did you see where the
Veritas- they're
two
trying to be
military
like
guys got
Veritas or
busted?
something?
What?
Are they trying to be like Veritas and going undercover, but
No, they're just trying to stop stuff and expose stuff and trying to help. Have you listened when he was on the show?
Yeah,
He was on twice,
I was here.
Yeah. Was that the day you were sleeping?
I might have dozed at one point, but it was a long week for me then. But anyway,
So, yeah, it was. We began. Each day was begun with this national anthem.
Awesome.
There was no kneeling. Go figure.
I think we should turn it around, and they're praying to the country when they kneel.
Yeah, they're not going to buy it. They're not going to buy in on that.
We all start doing it.
I'm
like
trying
we're
this boom
praying.
or
If-
this bang.
If we all start doing it and we all kneel, like
No, we
we're
don't kneel during the
in
national
in
anthem for any.
allegiance.
We don't do it during the national anthem.
Okay.
There's no messing with the national anthem. I don't want to have to go over. I don't want to have to put you in your place like I did Katie Nolan, the ESPN chick, who said Canada's national anthem blows ours away.
They just repurpose like the British national anthem.
And she's
think.
an idiot.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, this
Did you see that New York Times reporter a couple weeks ago who said there were too many flags, too many U.S. flags around?
Yeah, I did see that. That was just on Memorial Day. Like she didn't understand that. Duh! It's just because it's Memorial.
You know
Day,
what? Speaking of that, Memorial Day and too many flags.
right,
Let's listen to the aforementioned Lieutenant Governor of North Carolina, Mark Robinson. Do you have that pulled up?
I do. I'm gonna.
This is a little over 3 minutes, I think. So bear with it. But I think if you're, and we'll talk about this when we get to the end of the show when I talk about our move to, not our move to, going on PatriotTV.live, but
the greatest example of that I
Sorry,
saw
I thought you were
and witnessed it firsthand on television.
Okay. Go ahead.
are you going to start it over?
I will.
Why did you
I'll
start it when I wasn't done?
I accidentally actually hit the button, but anyway.
All right. So what was I saying? Now you got me all.
You were talking about what a great patriot he was.
Yeah, well, the show's is gonna transform a little bit, as you've seen from recently, and the fact that we're gonna have Colonel Holsworth on next week. It's gonna be a lot of patriotism,
I like
sports and patriotism.
I like it.
So because I'm fired up about it, because I'm disillusioned with pro sports, but I got some good World Series and NHL stuff to talk about, but. Go ahead and let's play Lieutenant Governor of North Carolina, Mark Robinson. We knew of it. Don't play it yet. Okay. We knew about him before, which is another clip you have, and we'll see I feel like if that's a lot to listen to, but this is I get fired up at Patriots. I love Patriots. Scott Burgon, what's going on, my man? Play this clip by Mark Robinson, Lieutenant Governor, North Carolina. 3 minutes.
The
plus.
greatest example of that I saw and witnessed it firsthand on television was during 9/11. People running away from those burning buildings, running away in horror. We saw policemen and firemen running to those buildings, basically running to their deaths to go help others, because they saw trouble and they knew that they were needed. That's got to be us in this day right here. We've got to run to the trouble, folks. And what is the trouble? The trouble is the Biden administration that is seeking to turn this country into a socialist hellhole. The trouble is Antifa that wants to roam the streets and beat you into submission. The trouble is Black Lives Matter. It claims to care about the lives of black people, but it's turned a blind eye while violence in black communities are taking lives at a genocidal rate. They've turned a blind eye. That's where the trouble is, and that's what we've got to run to. And we've got all the right in the world on our side, and there ain't no reason to be afraid, and there ain't no reason to not take the challenge dead on, because I'm going to tell you who we come from, folks. We don't come from some weak, jellyback, spineless people. That's not who we come from. None of us. And it doesn't matter what color you are, what nation your folks hail from, how much money you got. We all share the same name. We are Americans. And at Bunker Hill, there was Americans. And at Fredericksburg and Gettysburg, there was Americans. And at Iwo Jima, raising that flag on Sarabachi, it was Americans. And at Pork Chop Hill, it was Americans. Quezon, there was Americans. And on 9/11, there was Americans who ran towards those burning buildings. That is who you share your heritage with. You do not share your heritage with a weak and ineffective people who cower at the sign of trouble. You share your heritage with a strong and brave people who are determined to hold on to their freedom and for the freedom of future generations. Guys, it's time for us to stand up and be that generation. It's time for us to stand strong and proud and remember who we are, that we are Christians, that we are Americans, that we are Republicans, and that we are conservatives. And as long as we stand as the vanguard of freedom in this nation, freedom will survive here. And not only survive, it will thrive. So guys, it's time to put on our packs. It's time to fix those bayonets. It's time to get ready. Because we got a fight on our hand. And our fight is not for us. It's for all those generations that's going to come behind us. Let's save America, folks. Because if there's to be freedom in this nation in the future, it is only going to become at the behest of the Republican Party, the grand old party, the party of freedom and equality, the one that always has been and the one that always will be. God bless you all. Thank you very much. God bless the great state of North Carolina, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Yeah, we got to stand up.
Chokes me up.
Yeah. I'll tell you, half of that conference I was at chokes me up all the time. I love patriots, man. But he's right. We got to stand up.
It's something we don't hear enough of.
And you know what? It may be the Republican Party, but about 80% of them that are in it right now are not going to be part of that.
Well, I'll tell you, and this is something that I've always said and, always heard. The way that we got the American Revolution was the kind of stuff that you heard in our churches back then. And that's the kind of thing that you don't hear enough of in our churches now. And that was where, a lot of our founding fathers' ideas came from pastors. And we don't get enough of that now. But anyway.
You're right. Well, you know what? We've got a pastor that's going to come on in July, Rick Jimenez, who wants to talk about that very thing. That the pastors and churches aren't standing up for our country. So that's going to be a show in July. I'm going to have to figure out what sports I can talk about with him too. He's from Texas, so I don't know, maybe football, right? Rodeo? He's probably a Cowboy fan.
Rodeo probably Cowboys.
I mean, I guess we could talk bull riding or something, but Cowboys come from all over now.
Sure.
The Cowboys come from the Northeast.
You mean like true Cowboys, not the
rodeo Cowboys.
Oh yeah, all over.
Speaking of standing up for America, my friend and my fellow patriot, I'm gonna get Tia Rebello is gonna come on the show and talk about. They just spent almost a week. Her and her husband Lapaka, LP, just spent a weekend in Portland. Long week, I can't even talk. 4, 5, 6 days in Portland.
Beautiful town. I've been there before.
Yeah, not anymore.
Well, it had a lot of homeless back whenever I was there.
It's a cesspool.
I was there 15 years ago, probably.
Disgusting.
Here's the thing.
And we got to stand up for this country.
When I was there 15 years ago, it was rampant homelessness. And you know what it was? It was spoiled rich kids living on the streets that didn't want to do what their parents wanted.
I saw a video the other day somebody played of a guy, and he's like, he was talking about, he's like, I don't want to work. He goes, no, I don't want no good government so I can start a business or, help so I can start. I don't want to work. Work is the problem. I don't want to work.
That right there is, they weren't taught the value of work by their parents, and they were given everything. We have a very what's the a lot of our kids in society nowadays they feel
Entitled.
entitled. Thank you. Yeah, that's what our problem is.
Rick Jimenez. What sport we gonna? I bet you are a Cowboy fan. I see you LOL'd in there, so he's listening. But are you a Cowboy fan? Are you in the Dallas area, or are you down in the Rio Grande area? I should know that, but I don't, off the top of my head. Anyway, Pensacola's. I live in an area over by.
Probably a lot of Saints fans.
I live in an area over by the homeless part of Pensacola. There's tents are just growing.
There's probably a lot of Saints fans over there too.
Where? In Texas?
No, in the homeless area.
In the homeless area in Pensacola?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where in the hell did that come from?
I was just thinking of teams that the homeless would like in this area. The Saints would be.
Well, I'm
somebody
sure
that-
they're all now Buccaneers fans.
You think?
Super Bowl champion Buccaneers.
Wow.
But I hear that the city, or I don't know about the city council, but I hear Pensacola or the Pensacola Police Department or something that's going to start. They're going to start doing something. It's getting crazy.
Given free apartments.
We were talking about that, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Man,
That'll solve the
when
homeless
Mike,
problem.
when we're going to have Mike back on to talk about what's going on again, but Mike Miller, but that whole 14 a debit card for $1,400 and a ticket, and I think they get monthly stipends too.
Oh, somebody plays soccer.
Oh, he told me he was in Argentina.
We're gonna
Soccer,
have-
yeah.
We're gonna have to quit cussing. He's a pastor.
He'll set me straight. He played over in Spain. He's probably good friends with Cristiano.
Okay.
They're probably like this. You know what? I saw a thing of Cristiano Ronaldo group photo of a bunch of soccer players, football players.
Okay.
All had masks on except for him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my respect for him grew even more. Speaking of that, the U.S. Open was last weekend,
Yeah. Yeah.
and a gentleman, John Rahm, from what a segue you provided, Rick. Messi, of course you are, Rick. I like Ronaldo. What can I say? Well, Messi's from Argentina, yes? Of course you are. I would say not more of a Messi fan. Like, I bet he loves him some Messi. No two ways about it. What was I saying? I'm losing my mind.
I don't know.
Boop, boop.
I'm listening now.
Not really.
No, I am.
Not really. Oh, U.S. Open.
Yeah. that's right,
Spain,
you're
John
talking about
Rahm.
US Open.
John Rahm won the U.S. Open last week, and it was kind of poetic for him to win it, 2 weeks before, at the Memorial, Jack Nicklaus's tournament, he had a 6-stroke lead on Saturday, at the end of the day on Saturday, when they announced to him as he walked off the 18th green on Saturday that he had tested positive for COVID.
Yeah, that was messed up.
And that he would, that must be Aurora, not Gabby saying that I love Messi too. that he had tested positive for COVID and he was going to have to withdraw from the tournament with a 6-stroke lead. That's probably about $1.5 million payday that they took away from him with their BS. And he played the company line. Oh, I know it's the right thing to. He had to quarantine.
He could go out and get a Johnson and Johnson shot and
Flash alert! Breaking news: you don't die from it.
he could probably
99.74% survival rate.
He could probably get sponsorship from
Idiots.
from Johnson and Johnson or something, and make up that money that he's going to lose.
Oh, you can't make up what you lost. No matter what you got, you can't make it up. Hey, Denise. But Henley held the lead for 3 rounds. Russell Henley, DeChambeau after 9 holes. DeChambeau, the defending champion, had the lead.
Oh, really?
He faded hard. Koepka hung around and made it interesting all the way till 18. He's like, I don't even really like golf. I don't even really practice, but I just almost win every major.
Are you a good golfer?
No, I'm good. I'm okay.
But you enjoy playing golf. We'll have to go play golf sometime.
Maybe.
I've got a good course close to me that we can go play.
Xander Schauffele was fooling around. Dustin Johnson never could just get it untracked. But it was poetic to have Spieth. Speaking of, by the way, of the COVID stuff, Nick Faldo will never shut up. Sir Nick Faldo, shut up about the coronavirus or the China virus. China virus, Nick. Dick Faldo, shut up. I hate listening to him. Go back to Orlando and do it from the booth in Orlando. Commentate on golf from your man cave. Sick of hearing about the damn coronavirus.
Yeah, me too.
Did you hear about Medicare Plan G?
There's a...
Speaking of... What?
I'm trying to think of what the new strain that they're D strain?
Delta.
Is that
the Delta variant?
The Delta variant.
Yeah, it's funny though. Ivermectin, they've been using the ivermectin. All of a sudden they've come out. Oh well, yeah. The hydroxychloroquine and the ivermectin, and there's another one begins with a B. I can't remember. They work.
All the stuff Trump said to take.
Yeah, everything. Ooh, don't say that name. People might hate us. Yeah.
I don't know him personally or anything.
I'll tell you a rabbit hole we can go down.
What's that?
We can red pill and go down sometime.
Which one?
Not a chance. Hernandez, not a chance.
Don't upset him.
That Fauci did the same thing with HIV that's gone on here with the China virus.
See, when did you learn that?
Just recently.
Well, that's
you know
why
who
you
exposed
need to start
it?
listening to the thing that I've been trying to get you to.
You know who exposed that? That Dr. Judy Mikovits, who used to work for the CDC.
Well,
she wrote a book. She pretty much had to go into hiding at one point.
Well, I knew that or about that a long time ago. But
hey, Gabby, since you're listening, who put up there? I can't remember who's playing tonight in the World Series. Texas and somebody?
Is that what it is?
I can't remember, but
is that tonight?
Well, the College World Series is ongoing.
Oh, is that?
And I was going to bring that up after the idiocy that I love the PGA. I love golf, but their COVID protocols are BS. But the College World Series, and I haven't noticed managers. I don't recall off the top of my head right now, but just a mask-free stadium full of fans just
Well, I heard
going crazy.
I heard the NCAA got their hand smacked recently by was it the Supreme Court?
Oh, did the Supreme Court get their head out of their butt and finally do something about something?
Something about the NCAA.
Do something about anything? Anyway, the College World Series is going on, and a couple of things. 5 unseeded teams won regionals, and 2 unseeded teams made it to the World Series.
Thank you, Rick. I agree with you.
So the other night I watched North Carolina State and Vanderbilt, and it was pretty amazing game. Lighter for Vanderbilt's throwing 95, 96 miles an hour through, I think, like 128 pitches. Texas, who is Texas playing? They're saying the Supreme Court was they got to pay their athletes. Texas got North Carolina State.
I don't think it's that they have to pay their athletes. I think that they have to back off on
Virginia, Texas, and Virginia.
giving.
Virginia is an unseeded team that made it to and North Carolina State was the other one. Scott, runner-up. My high school in Michigan, Buchanan, the Buchanan Bucks. The girls were runner-up in the state tournament for softball. But the College World Series. Last night, I was watching Vanderbilt and Stanford. I think when I turned it on, I was watching the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Bolts, and the Islanders play and switching it back and forth. And Stanford had a 5-2 lead. Vanderbilt scored a couple runs, I want to say in the 7th, 6th to the 7th. Comes down to the 9th inning. All right? They get the first 2 outs in the 9th inning. Stanford gets the first 2 outs.
Okay.
And then they walk a hitter. The dreaded 2-out walk. The dreaded 2-out walk. You know how many, can't tell you how often the dreaded 2-out walk scores. So the next guy, pinch hitter, comes up, infield single, puts runners at first and second with 2 outs. Single to right field by the next hitter, scores the guy from second.
Okay.
And on was it on that throw? There was an error on the throw, and the winning run comes in and scores. 2 runs, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th, because of the 2-out walk.
Really? Huh.
You can't. Walks suck. A 2-out walk, it's like a curse. It's just brutal. It's like a curse.
Well, just so you know, I have the "I am the majority" speech queued up.
We'll do it
if
at the
you wanted
end.
to use it. Okay.
Yeah. Mark Thompson. Mark
Robinson.
Robinson.
Yeah.
That's when I originally, a wild pitch. It was a wild pitch. Runner went to third on that hit is what it was. Runner went to third, and then there was a wild pitch. Oh, it was a brutal way to lose. I didn't feel bad for him, though. The announcer goes, "You got to feel bad for Stanford." I didn't feel bad for him.
No.
You know why? Don't walk somebody with 2 outs
Right.
in the bottom of the 9th with a 1-run lead. That's why. They're probably afraid of those metal bats because everything that comes off them could be a home run. So then I switched it back to the Bolts and Lightning, or the Lightning and the Islanders. And by the way, the 2 series that are left, Montreal has a 3-2, surprising. The Montreal Canadiens, the Habs, which I could be rooting for possibly, in a series, except that Canada's so screwed up right now. I don't even know. I don't know how many fans they've been allowing during this series, but previous to this series, I rooted against all the Canadian teams because to start the tournament, they didn't have any fans in the building, and then they let 500 come in because Canada's screwed up beyond belief.
Oh yeah.
It's a mess. I met a girl who I'm going to have on the a woman who I'm going to have on the podcast in Tampa,
Okay.
who her and her family are in a motorhome now. They left Canada. They're from Canada.
Okay. By choice.
By choice, they left Canada because of how brutal it is up there.
Are they going to try to come across our southern border so that they can become
They came across.
citizens?
They're from Canada.
I know that, but you can only become a citizen if you come across.
They already
southern
had
border.
dual citizenship, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay.
So it was fortuitous.
Okay. I thought maybe they were going to go.
That made it easy. But they were living up there, and Trudeau, an idiot. It is a shit show up there. So anyway, Montreal has a surprising 3-2 lead on the Las Vegas Knights. You want to know what's so hard about making it to the championship for any team that wants to know how to make it to a championship needs to check out the Las Vegas Knights because they're an expansion team. What is this, their 4th year, something like that? And they've been on the verge of the championship 2 or 3 of the 4 years.
Did they
2 of the
come-
3 years.
Did they come from
They
another
went to.
city?
Did they go their first year?
Did they come from another city?
No, they're expansion team.
Oh, okay.
Flat out expansion team.
Huh.
Supplemental draft, but still amazing.
That's awesome.
Anyway, so I switched back. I almost forgotten. I shut off the TV and was going to go to bed, and I'm like, whoa, overtime. Because Lightning had a 1-0 lead, then it was 1-1, then a 2-1 lead, 2-2. They couldn't pull it out. The team that scored the first goal has won every game of this series. Tampa, but except for last night, the Islanders won it in overtime. And the funny thing about it is, I was watching. There's the face. I got back. I saw the face-off, and I thought Tampa Bay. There was a puck was cleared down behind the Tampa net and goal, and I thought they were just really lackadaisical in going down and picking up the puck to clear it, and Islanders were all over him. Guy tried to make a pass across the front of the goal, and not right across the front of the goal, but make a pass. It got picked off by the Islanders. Shoot, score, like less than a minute in, over. Game 7 Saturday night in Tampa. Pretty crazy.
Huh.
It was sloppy. Yeah, I know you don't care.
No.
You just want to go to sleep when I talk about sports?
No. Yeah. Talk about what was it we were talking about last week after the show, and you knew more about it than I did.
Whatever subject it was,
No.
any subject.
It was it the X-Men, or was it was something
The Avengers.
Avengers? That's what it was. Yeah,
Yeah, you
something about the Avengers, and I was like,
don't even admit that stuff in public that you don't know anything about the Marvel
the Marvel We should get-
universe.
What's your hockey friend that is big into movies too? We should get him on some night. and talk
John,
about- John, yeah. We should
that had the friend who
does
does the movie
the
stuff.
movie podcast.
Yeah, we'll get him on.
Yeah.
We can get him on.
Talk about Captain America. That's about as patriotic as he gets, isn't it?
I love Captain
I
America.
do too.
I use Captain America as my profile picture sometimes. He was one of my favorites always.
Oh yeah, and I think what's the actor that portrayed him in the movies? I think he did an awesome job.
I'm drawn. Chris Evans.
Yeah, Chris Evans. Yeah,
He's also the Human Torch.
that's true. Yeah, yeah. I think he do another.
The
superhero
Silver
too?
Surfer one. Yeah, the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The Silver Surfer one I love the Silver Surfer. He should have his own movie. You know what? We'll get into TVs sometime. Oh, Superman is better. You know what?
Oh,
Did you see the?
Superman is better.
Oh, who's the director?
I like Christopher Reeve, but I'm not crazy about the latest Superman guy.
You like Christopher Reeves?
Better
Shut
than-
up.
better- the original.
They had him on wires.
well,
It was horrible.
well, that was just because that's what we had to do.
How are you getting us off of the Stanley Cup and
Oh, I'm
into?
sorry. Sorry.
But I like talking about that stuff too.
Well, they play hard too. They-
Yeah, yeah, they do. They play harder. They play harder.
okay.
Henry Cavill. That's the new Superman. I like him.
He's not even American. Have you seen those? He does those commercials for like some Powers sport drink or.
There's a lot of people that aren't American we don't know aren't American,
I know.
you know.
What's
Then
her
I
name?
got some Cuban out there, some Cuban exile,
Woman's not
some
American
Cuban refugee out there saying that it's better than talking about hockey.
Do you? It's better than hockey. I enjoy talking about that kind of stuff. Yeah, we'll talk about both.
I'll get Tony on to talk about TV. You know what is the
Whether
movies?
Jim
I
wants
think
to or not.
Hollywood's done.
I know TikTok's taken over.
Pedowood is done. Oops, did I say that? You know what the most enjoyable things are now? Those 7 or 8 part.
Superman's an immigrant. He's an illegal immigrant, but we just couldn't stop him. 'Cause
You
he's
think you want to call? You think he's illegal?
He's Superman.
Superman is an immigrant. That is spectacular. Is an illegal alien?
He's,
Ooh, you can't say illegal alien.
oh, we could say
Right.
it.
What
we're
else
amongst-
can't you
We're
say?
amongst friends here.
What else can't you say? Because I'm going to say it. What else offends you?
Me personally, not
So
a lot,
anyway,
but anyway.
I watched 2 games. I watched 2 Lightning games when I was in Tampa with my hosts down there,
Okay.
Paul and Deborah Kyle. I had a great time down there after the
So I heard.
conference. It was really a good time. It was a great conference. I loved it. But I love Patriots.
It gets you choked up.
Not the New England Patriots. Patriots, American Patriots. As Mark Robinson said, we need to stand up. So this is going to about wrap it up. We're going to finish up. Does it, Scott? Pamela, does it offend you, Scott? Somehow, I don't think you're being serious with me. You could be being serious with me, but I don't think you are. But so next week we're gonna Patriot TV Live is gonna launch, and our guest Todd is going to be Colonel Christopher Caveman Holsworth.
Awesome.
And we're going to have some sports to talk about too, because he played football, soccer, and baseball at St. Andrew's School in Boca Raton. 9 varsity letters, all kinds of awards, all star, all region, all state, all academic. Then went to Virginia. He was the 2-year light heavyweight boxing champion at Virginia.
Oh wow. That's big stuff.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, this dude brings the energy too. Took a commission with the in the Naval Aviation Wing as a Marine pilot. 27 years of service, 7 overseas deployments, 6 combat contingency operational tours, Panama, First Gulf War, Bosnia, Haiti, Operation Iraqi Freedom, and Afghanistan. 2 commanding officer tours at squadron and air group level. 2 Pentagon tours with the Joint Staff and Headquarters Marine Corps, and posting over 5,600 flight hours. Retired in 2010 as the Chief of Staff of the 2nd Marine Aircraft Wing.
Wow.
Oh, it's going to be awesome.
I'm looking forward to it.
He lives here in Pensacola, Florida. He's going to be the first guest
Well,
on
I'm looking forward to hearing about the charity because it's
Patriot TV Live. We're going to talk about the charity and how you can help support that charity, whether you run in the race or not, without running in the race.
I'm just going to come out to the event, you know. I'm not going to run in it.
Yeah, there's free beer, free food.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know about
it's
that.
going to be awesome. It's going to be December 13th, 2 days after what? Veterans Day. So right there with Veterans Day. So can't wait to have Colonel Holsworth with us next week. Appreciate you guys tuning in tonight for this episode. The last episode not on, or that before we join Patriot TV Live. I'm really looking forward to it. You need to go there and check out their lineup. A lot of good shows are going to be on there. Sean Beardvet is really putting together a great platform. You're going to love it. Go buy some, not Labor Day, it's in November.
No, but there was a comment before that.
You can come on the, you can come on the, is this Aurora or Gabriel? Oh, Aurora's not a major. I do know that, so I guess it's Gabriel.
Okay.
Don't interrupt me. What was I saying? Go to patriottv.live. Check out the lineup. Go to beardvetcoffee.com. Did you double check that?
I did not. I've been busy back here.
Go to beardvetcoffee.com.
I'll go.
And you know what? Just search Beard Vet Coffee, and you'll find it. And buy. He has some great deals. He has some great deals on there for coffee, T-shirt, and a tumbler. We're gonna have tumblers too.
It is .com.
Yeah, we're gonna have Play Harder Radio tumblers. We're gonna have trucker hats. That's right. That's right.
I can't wait to try this coffee.
Get your T-shirt. I might have a coffee giveaway. I might give a lucky Mr. Carpenter. Scott Carpenter, or Jeff Carpenter just, I saw Scott Burgon say something. Jeff Carpenter just jumped on. We'll get Jeff back on the show. Middle linebacker, University of Nebraska. Talk about his simulation, his simulator, quarterback simulator.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So, 7 o'clock Eastern, next Thursday, July 1st. The first show right before, you know, it's going to be very patriotic with Colonel Holsworth on and talking about his career and talking about the 5K run for kids, Marine Corps League's 5K run for kids. So we'll get Jeff. Yeah, dude, we'll figure it out. Absolutely. I hear I missed you at the gym today. I've been coming over there looking for you. I've been doing 2-a-days. Mr. Hernandez, who's been commenting, lured me over to Gulf Breeze to do some traditional gym work. He's not fond of my CrossFit, which I like. All right, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, David, for tuning in. Jeff, Gabby, Pamela. Who else was on? Carmen. Some of you guys, all you guys checking in. I appreciate you. Love you. God bless the United States of America. We'll see you next Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central on Play Harder Radio on PatriotTV.live. And we're going to finish it up. You got it ready?
Yeah, yeah.
We're going to finish it up with another Mark Robinson clip, Lieutenant Governor of North Carolina, which I'd heard a year or two ago. I love this clip. We'll see you next week. Overhead shot.
Oh yeah.
Mark Robinson, I live that's right here in Greensboro. Lived in Greensboro all my life. I didn't have time to write a fancy speech. I didn't have time to, I didn't have the resource of an English teacher to sit down and write a speech with at school today and be, brought over here, practice or anything. What I really came down here for is this. I've heard a whole lot of people in here talking tonight about this group and that group, and domestic violence and blacks, these minorities and that minority. What I want to know is, when are you all going to start standing up for the majority? And here's who the majority is. I'm the majority. I'm a law-abiding citizen who's never shot anybody, never committed a serious crime, never committed a felony. I've never done anything like that. But it seems like every time we have one of these shootings, nobody wants to put the blame where it goes, which is at the shooter's feet. You want to put it at my feet. You want to turn around and restrict my right, constitutional right that's spelled out in black and white. You want to restrict my right to buy a firearm and protect myself from some of the very people you're talking about in here tonight. It's ridiculous. I don't think Rod Serling could come up with a better script. It does not make any sense. The law-abiding citizens of this community and many communities around this country, we're the first ones taxed and the last ones considered and the first ones punished when things like this happens, because our rights are the ones that are being taken away. That's the reason why I came down here today. Gun show or no gun show, NRA or no NRA. I'm here to stand up for the law-abiding citizens of this community, because I'm going to tell you that what's going to happen. You can take the guns away from us all you want to. You all write a law, I follow the law, I'll bring my guns down here, I'll turn them in. But here's what's going to happen. The Crips and the Bloods on the other side of town, they're not going to turn their guns in. They're going to hold on to them. And what's going to happen when you have to send the police down there to go take them? The police can barely enforce the law as it is. As what I see, we demonize the police, criminalize and vilify the police, and we make the criminals into victims. And we're talking about restricting guns? How are you going to do that? How are you going to do that when the police department's already hamstrung? You're not going to be able to go down here and take these guns from these criminals. So the criminals are going to hold on to their guns. They're still going to have them. They're still going to break in my house, and they're still going to shoot me with them. And guess who's going to be the one that suffers? It's going to be me. Well, I'm here to tell you tonight, it is not going to happen without a fight. And when I say fight, I don't mean shots fired. I don't mean fist thrown. I mean I'm going to come down here to this city council and raise hell just like these loonies from the left do until you listen to the majority of the people in this city. And I am the majority. The majority of the people in this city are law-abiding, and they follow the law, and they want their constitutional right to be able to bear arms. They want to be able to go to the gun show and buy a hunting rifle or a sport rifle. There are no military-grade weapons sold at the gun show. An AR-15 is not a military-grade weapon. Anybody that would go into combat with an AR-15 is a fool. It's a semi-automatic .22 rifle. You'd be killed in 15 minutes in combat with that thing. So we need to dispel all these myths, and we need to drop all this division that we got going on here. Because the bottom line is, when that Second Amendment was written, whether the framers liked it or not, they wrote it for everybody. And I am everybody. And the law-abiding citizens of this city are everybody. And we want our rights, and we want to keep our rights. And